What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today we're doing clothing. It's a rotation of what sold. Every week I change the category. So if it's your first time here, my name is Steve and I'm a reseller. I go to thrift stores and I buy items and I sell them on eBay, Poshmark, and Amazon for profit. Now it sounds easy, but it's not really. There's a lot of brands out there. You need to learn what sells, what doesn't. And this video is going to show you in the clothing category what has been selling for me. Now, I'm not going to show you all my sales. I try to pick out some good brands to look for, brands that you can find out there and that will bring in some decent money. So I'll pop them up on the screen, the screenshots of my sold from either eBay or Poshmark, tell you where I got it, what I paid for it, how long it took to sell, what it sold for, and my approximate net profit. Now, the numbers that you really need to focus on are what the item is selling for. My buy cost is different than yours. A lot of these items I got free from a source, so if you don't have that kind of connection, your buy cost is going to be higher, which is going to affect your profit margin. So focus on what the item is selling for, focus on the brand of the item. If you're brand new, maybe take a look at, the pictures, take a look at the titles, take a look at all the details, because there's always stuff to learn, whether you're just starting or doing this for years. So I appreciate you stopping by, and let's get started. Alright, so the first item up is a Miami Heat Dwayne Wade jersey. I found this at the Goodwill bins. Cost me about 50 cents by weight. Took 1 week to sell. Sold for $24.75 plus 4 shipping. And I netted approximately $20. Next item up is a Masters polo. Now anything with Masters logo on the chest used to be really good sellers, and usually you could get like in the $30 range. For some reason the market seems to have dropped. This one I picked up for $1 at a local thrift store. Took 2 weeks to sell, so there's still good sellers if it's like a nice pattern, a good size, like a large, extra large, nice light colors. Sold for $18.75 plus $4.50 shipping. I don't know why I did that. Usually I charge $4 on shirts. And I netted about $15. Next up is something you should always look for, Harley Davidson. So this first one is a sleeveless t-shirt. I found this at the Goodwill bins, paid about 50 cents. And it had the Key West on the back. Sold in 4 days for $17.75 plus 4 ship, and it gave me a net of about $14. Now here's another one. This was a long sleeve one I also found at the Goodwill bins, so about 50 cents or so as well. Took about a week and a half to sell, $23.75 plus $5 shipping, and I netted approximately $20. So Harley Davidson shirts, more so men's than women's, are great sellers. You never seen someone riding a Harley that doesn't have a Harley Davidson t-shirt on. So they're going to sell. Alright, now this next item I mentioned in one of my videos recently. I think I was packing it. It's just a vintage Fruit of the Loom single stitch t-shirt, but it's plain black. There's no branding, there's no anything on it. It's not a concert shirt, not a Harley shirt, it's not a sports shirt. Plain solid black, but people will still buy them because they're vintage. Got this for $1 at a local thrift store. Sold in about 3 weeks. Sold for $23.75 plus $4 shipping. And I netted roughly $19 on a plain black t-shirt. So just because it's plain, as long as it's vintage, pick it up. Alright, this next item is something you should always keep an eye out for. Nike, and this style is called Hyper Warm. They also have it's the Nike Dry Fits, or the Nike Pro Combats. They're usually like that rash guard, like that polyester. The shiny material t-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, those things sell fast. This one was brand new. I found it at the Goodwill bins, so I paid about $1 for it by weight. Sold in 1 day. Sold for $27.95 plus 4 shipping, and I netted roughly $23. Okay, here's a good brand, LL Bean. This was a green jacket, kind of like a Polar Tech, almost had like a rubbery feel to it, almost like a raincoat. Picked this up for $3 at a local thrift store. Took about 6 months to sell. It's $22.75 plus $7.50 shipping, and I netted about $16. Alright, here's a great brand, Vissla. They make kind of like surfwear, outdoor, skateboard, trunks, t-shirts, stuff like that. So I paid $0 for this. This is one of the things I got from my local source. Sold in 1 week on Poshmark for $26. If I didn't mention, I guess you can see by the picture, this was a zip-up hoodie, mint condition, and I netted roughly $21 on this. Alright, here's another jacket. This was a Nike quarter zip, and it had Olympic patch, United States Olympic team on it. Paid $0 for this, got it from my source. Sold in 4 days, $22.75 plus 5 shipping, and netted roughly $19. Alright, here's a good brand. I've showed these in one of my recent videos as a bolo. The name is Fjällräven. It's a Swedish company, kind of like outdoor wilderness type clothing as well. Hiking and stuff like that, parkas, jackets. I paid $0 for these pants. I got them from my source. They're a new tag. They took 1 week to sell, and I took an offer of $100 with free shipping. And I netted about $80. Now here's the second one, Fjällräven. These are just different type of hiking pants. Same brand, but it's a different, style or line within that brand. Sold also in 1 week, and this one sold on Poshmark for $70. And this one was a little less. I think it was like $120 on their website. So that's why this sold less than the other ones. But offer of $70, and I netted about 56 bucks on it. Alright, back to some LL Bean. These were Cresta hiking pants. I found about 7 of these at a thrift store one day at the dollar clothing sale. They had just rolled them out on the rack. Mint condition. And I looked at them. They were all the same size and they were good. So I just took them all. So I paid $1 a pair, and I bundled them up in pairs of 2. So this first one is a pair of 2. Sold in 2 weeks, and I took an offer on Poshmark for $24. And I think I had it listed for in like the low to mid 30s. And I netted about $19. And also, I have the same pair, just a bundle of 2 with different colors. Took 3 weeks to sell. These sold on eBay, and these sold for $37.75 plus 8 shipping. And I netted about $30. Let's look at some more pants. Here we have some Levi's. Now Levi's are never going to be big money makers unless you find like salvage ones, or very old vintage ones. But you can still get in the 20s, and if you're getting them cheap, you can make yourself $18 to $20. So this is a pair of Levi 560 Comfort Fit. They're no longer made, they're discontinued. So whenever I see these, I pick them up because people are very brand and style, they like their stuff. And once they find something that fits them good, they don't want to try something new. So with these being discontinued, there's going to be people looking for them to buy them. So I got these at the Goodwill bin, so about $2 by weight. Took 2 months to sell, which is a little long. $23.75 plus $8 shipping, and I netted $17 to $18. And that's for me with jeans. That's kind of like the bottom where I like to be, $18. Here's another pair of Levi's. These are women's 542 with the flap pocket in the back. Also $2. I found these at the bins as well. Took 3 weeks to sell. Sold for $22.75 plus 8 shipping, and I netted $17. So kind of like right below my border. Now here's a great brand, Lululemon. Everybody pretty much knows about it. Fitness gear, exercise pants, yogas, shorts. So Lululemon stuff is quite expensive, brand new. And if you're not familiar, go check out their website and look at the prices. A pair of yoga pants, the prices are up there. So these were a pair of men's joggers, basically like sweatpants. Got these from my source for free. They were in mint condition. They sold in 2 days. $47.75 plus $8 shipping, and I netted $41. So if a pair of just plain sweatpants sold for almost $50, that tells you how much they are when they're new. Alright, let's look at some board shorts and bathing suits. In the past month, I've sold about 18 pairs of board shorts. So let's look at a few brands that you can look out for. If you can pick them up for $1, $2, $3, you definitely can make yourself, $15 profit. So, first brand, RVCA. It's called Ruka. This was the Kelsey. You can see it has a nice colorful pattern. These all cost me $0 because they're all from a source. Sold in 1 week for $19 plus 4 shipping. And I netted roughly $16. Next one up is that brand I mentioned earlier, Visla. It's a great, like I said, great brand. This is just a bathing suit. We have blue with like palm trees on it. Sold in 1 week, $18.75 plus 5 shipping, and netted about $16. O'Neill, another great surfing brand. They make like surfboards, I believe, and a lot of scuba gear like wetsuits and stuff. So this was an O'Neill Hyper Freak, was this style of short. Sold in 4 days, $18.75 plus 4 shipping, and again netted about $16. Hurley Phantoms. Keep an eye out for these. I've sold a bunch of these. I probably have like 10 pairs of these, and I think I've sold them all but one. Great. This is called a hybrid short. So it's not lined like a bathing suit, and they're pretty plain. They don't have designs on them, so they could be worn just as shorts, but they're meant to get wet and be like a quick drying thing. So they're called hybrid because they could be for regular or the water. Sold in 2 weeks. I took an offer on Poshmark of $23, and I netted about $18. So you see where the price jumped up right there. $23 for a pair of used bathing suit. So Hurley Phantoms. All right, here's a good brand too, Volcom. This is a great brand. Sometimes you'll see me wearing a black baseball hat with like a blue, looks like a diamond. It's like, triangle shaped diamond on it. That's the brand Volcom. That's their logo. And great, again, they make pants, shirts, shorts, all kinds of outdoor skateboard, surf type stuff. This one I found at the Goodwill bins for $1. So these sold in 1 week for $16.75 plus 4 ship, and netted about $13. And lastly, I'll give you one more brand, Billabong, another great bathing suit brand. Got this from my source as well. Sold in 3 weeks, $24.75 plus 8 shipping, and I netted $20. Alright, so out of those 22 items, 12 sold in under a week, 8 sold between a week and a month, and 2 took longer than a month. So when it comes to clothing, everybody says, nah, it's long tail. These numbers don't lie. It doesn't have to be long tail if you're sourcing smart. My buy cost. Now this is where you don't really need to pay attention to these numbers, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because it's a little skewed compared to how you're going to find it, just because I got a lot of this stuff for free. But my total buy cost for all this was $16.50. And my net profit on all this after fees was $528. Again, don't focus on all those numbers. Just take a look at what the items are selling for and learn the brands. So that's a wrap on clothing this week. We'll do it again next month. Hopefully you saw something you learned from, a new brand to look out for. And if you find them in the thrift stores, let me know. And let me know how you do with them. So I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next week, we're doing shoes.